Today I will show you step by step how to make this beautiful cranberry orange bread. Stay tuned at the end. I will have the full recipe listed. Hey everyone, thanks for joining my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my holiday favorites, cranberry orange bread. It is so easy to make, so moist, delicious, and packed with festive flavors. You're going to love it. It's great for the holidays or really any time of year you're craving something sweet. So come with me, let's get started. All right, we're going to be starting with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour in our bowl. There's 1.5 cups. And now we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. Just like that. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can measure it. I usually measure with my hands. I poured out too much, so there we go. And now we're just going to whisk that together. And set it aside. And now we're going to grab our wet ingredients. So we're going to grab another bowl here, and we're going to take 6 tablespoons of butter into our bowl and our sugar. I'm going to get a measuring cup. I'll be right back. And then we're going to take our 1/4 cup of sugar or 3/4 cup of sugar with our butter. And we're going to cream that, together. All right, now we're going to get our mixer and cream the butter and the egg together. Now that we have our butter and sugar creamed, we're going to zest 1 orange, and we're going to divide this into half. You want to make sure when you're zesting that you only get the orange part. You don't want that inside white part. That's the bitter part. And we're done. Doesn't look like much, but it has a lot of flavor. Now we're just going to take a 1/4 cup of milk. You can use non-fat if you want, or whole fat. And about a 1/4 cup there. And a 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice. Quarter cup of orange juice. We're going to take a little bit of our orange zest, and we're going to take that and mix that. And about half of that is what you want. We're going to save the other half for the icing. Anything you got on your counter? I don't waste. My counters are clean. And mix that up. Now your milk needs to be at room temperature. And preferably if you can take your orange juice out just a little bit before, kind of get it at more of a room temperature as well. Then you're left with this beautiful orangey cream. Now we're going to grab our sugar and butter. All right, so now we have our butter and sugar. We're going to take our eggs and pour them in there. And then we're going to go ahead and mix it. You want these really nice and well beaten into the egg. You want the egg beaten into the sugar and the butter together. It'll look nice and creamy like this. Just make sure you're scraping down your sides. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and mix in our orange, milky, zesty mixture here. Like so. And then we're going to add our flour. So we have our flour, baking powder, and salt. It's going to go in there and mix it until it's well combined. So you're going to mix that in, scraping the sides. You just want to gently mix that in until all of the flour is well incorporated like this, to make sure everything is mixed. You don't want to overmix. So once it's mixed in, leave it. And now in another bowl, we're going to go ahead and add our cranberries. And what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of flour, just about a tablespoon. We're going to add just about a tablespoon of flour just to coat these. This is going to keep them from sinking. And to kind of bring out their sweetness, I'm going to go ahead and add just a bit of sugar. And just go ahead and mix that together. Like that. Then we're going to add our cranberries. This is about 1.5 cups of cranberries. And gently fold those in. Just gently mixed in. Like so. Now we're going to take our little bread pan here. And I always wet mine, that way the parchment paper sticks. We're going to pop our parchment paper in. And to get this to stay a little bit better, I cut my corners here. There. There. Push it down. The wetness and the cut corners is going to help that stay down there. And then we're just going to grab our batter and pour it in. Like so. Gonna be so good, you guys. All right, now into the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour until you can poke it with a toothpick and it comes out clean. Now that that's baking, we're gonna go ahead and make our homemade glaze. So I'm gonna take this homemade powdered sugar. If you haven't seen my video on that, go watch that. We're gonna take about 1 cup of powdered sugar, and I just make this as I need it. It's super easy. And then your orange juice, and about a tablespoon and a half of orange juice. Go ahead and mix that. You don't want to overdo it. Then we're going to add our orange zest. I'll be right back. All right, now that I have my orange zest, I'm going to go ahead and add that to my glaze. Give it a really nice orange, zesty, yummy flavor. And I am going to add just a pinch of vanilla, just a touch. We don't want it too runny, like that. And mix that in. That's going to be so delicious. Yep, that's it. Once it's done baking, you're going to go ahead and lift that out of your loaf pan and let it cool. And then once it's all cooled off, you're going to go ahead and remove that parchment paper. And then we're just going to go ahead and cover this in our yummy orangey glaze. And now it's ready to serve. Stay tuned for the recipe at the end with full, complete instructions. This is definitely one of my holiday favorites. If you make it, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, happy baking. Bye.